All right, so here is our next story where, again, we're skipping King Alfred. You should do that one on your own, but I'm going to go over this one, Cornelia and Her Jewels. All right, let's see here. Voila. All right, so in a drama, which is just like a play or a script, you're going to see setting, where and when the story takes place is in the home of Cornelia. We're going to figure out who she is, and it says, enter Julia carrying a treasure chest. If you and your sibling decided you wanted to act this out, one of you's Cornelia, one of you's Julia, and you read their part like your actors on TV, you would not read these parts. You would not read where it has their name. You would not read where it says carrying a treasure chest. You would maybe find a box and pretend you were carrying one if you're Julia, but you're not going to say that out loud. It's just giving you clues on how you should act this out. Okay, we're going to read through this together, and then we're going to do a little compare and contrasting. All right, Cornelia. My dear Julia, I'm so happy that you have finally brought your jewels to me. See, here is my pearl necklace. Oh, how lovely. And what other gems do you have? I greatly delight in seeing such beautiful jewels. Oh, me too. Here are some rubies, and here is my finest jewel, a diamond bracelet. I like it best of all. But Cornelia, where are your jewels? All of Rome knows how rich your famous father Scipio was. Surely he gave you many fine gems. Oh no, dear friend, but hark! I think I hear my sons. Mother, dear mother! Tell me, Caius, what did you learn at school today? We learned how Horatius guarded the bridge in the brave days of old. Wasn't that very noble, dear mother? Of course, my darling, and what about you, Tiberius? Our teacher told us of Grandfather Scipio and his great deeds during the war. Mother, how you must honor grandfather. Yes, my son, such a life is a fine example for the young. I shall try to be a brave man some day, too, dear mother. And I shall also try to be worthy of our noble family. Oh, my dear boys, Julia, these are my jewels, more precious than any gem. How I am ashamed of my vanity, dear Cornelia. What are all the gems in the world compared with these noble boys? Okay, down here at the bottom, pay attention to what you see on the sides in the corner when you get your packet in the mail or when you're looking at this online. It says, how do Julia and Cornelia feel about Cornelia's jewels? Reread the drama, underline sentences that show what each character thinks and feels. So they're particularly focusing on the jewels. I'm looking more broadly for how they're the same or different. So it all started out when they're looking at each other's jewels. Cornelia says, my dear Julia, I'm so happy you have finally brought your jewels to show me. So here it says that she is happy. Let me get my pen. Okay, so that is Cornelia. Julia, see, here is my pearl necklace. How lovely, and what other gems have you? I greatly delight in seeing such beautiful jewels. So again, Cornelia is happy. She's delighted to see these jewels. Oh, me too. Okay, what is she saying me too about? I greatly delight in seeing such beautiful jewels. Me too. Okay, so Julia, so that's something that they have that is the same. I'm going to put S for same. They both like looking at this jewelry. Okay, but then Julia asked Cornelia, where are your jewels? I know your dad's famous, right? Surely he gave you gems. And then we read it once. Did Cornelia have any jewels? Well, sort of. She said at the end, these boys are my jewels, right? More precious than any gem or stone, like diamond or sapphires, right? That's a gem or a jewel. So Cornelia is different from Julia because Cornelia, jewels are her boys. So she doesn't really have jewels, right? But she's happy because she has her family, whereas Julia does have gems, okay? How did they feel about that? Well, she seems to be happy, right? They are my jewels, more precious, right, valuable to her than any gem. And then Julia says, how I am ashamed of my vanity, dear Cornelia. What are all the gems in the world compared with these noble boys? So does Julia think that the boys are precious? Does she think they're, worth just as much as jewels? She says, what are all the gems in the world compared with these noble boys? So what are they compared to is saying like, hey, these boys are noble. They're awesome.